my little clouds say it's raining. I don't see any rain, but it's hard to know. We did not get ice. We only got rain, and it's almost 38 degrees out there, so it isn't even slick. So we got very lucky. Boy, some people did not. All right, Tuesday, February 16th. Good morning. It's Barbara. It is Tuesday. Oh, apparently the day after President's Day. I was going to say I forgot to tell you Happy President's Day, but I didn't. I didn't know it was President's Day. Usually President's Day is in the 20s, so 15 is very early. It must be like the third Monday of the month or something. Normally that would be later. Anyway. OMG, the weather the South is having, oh my goodness. It's like 4 degrees or 6 degrees in Austin where Valerie is. It's covered in snow. It's a mess. It was colder in Dallas than in Anchorage, Alaska. Dallas is in Texas in the South, those of you not familiar with American geography. Unbelievable. It was really cold where Christy is too, but she's okay. She said that, I texted her last night, she said the power was kind of flickering, but so far had stayed on. So Simona in Ohio just told me she had snow and ice and rain and some more snow. We had rain. We only had rain, and you can see that it's warmish, so it's not icy out there for the dogs or anything. So I'm very happy about that. I can tell you, I was worried about Pearl. If it gets cold, if it gets too cold, the snow, now it would be a block of ice, and then she's going to slide all over. She's going to be a mess. So anyway, my heart goes out to all you guys who are not prepared for winter weather. OMG. And all the crashes. Stay home. Stay home. Pearl agrees with me. Stay home. Moo. She's grumbling as she goes outside. I told her she had to go work outside. That's not why she's going. She's gone because Maisie went. And now Maisie's going to bark outside. Anyway. Oh, weather. So I hope you're all safe and warm. Or if you're in the southern hemisphere, safe and cool. Oh my gosh. So I did play with my paints yesterday. And I posted these on Instagram, and because they're on Instagram, they're easy to post into Ravelry, so I did that too. Under the Ode to Joy Make-Along thread, because they brought me joy. They brought me joy. And they count, because I was making something that brought me joy. It counts for the Ode to Joy Make-Along. That's the only rule. Did it bring you joy? Did you do it? It counts. And Rebecca and Buckaroo got in touch with me. So the presents, the gifts are collected, and Benta is sending Rebecca her beautiful package. Thank you again, Benta, for sponsoring that. It's such a lovely package because Valerie sent me one. That's how I know. It's really gorgeous. So I was working with my watercolors. This is not an original design, but I decided, like I told you, it was going to be overwhelming to have so many colors. So I just picked 8 colors that I worked with yesterday, and I did some little tests in my sketchbook to see what the colors looked like, and then I watched a little video on some cute cards, and I made myself some note cards. This is practicing, colors on layering colors on top of colors, And then I really like that watercolor with pen accents on top. So apparently that's my thing. I didn't know I had a thing. But I made a whole bunch of these, all different colors, and some are better than others. Not the best one. Fun colors. For some reason, I signed this one twice. I was very proud of it, I guess. So anyway, these are my note cards. I'm just really happy with them. And I need to write a note sometimes. And then I did this little tutorial, was a little house. And this is again watercolors with the ink on top. I think that's what I'm into at the moment in my artistic, whatever. But I did print a picture that I printed a couple pictures. I have no idea if I can do this, but this is a picture from our trip. We took a sailing trip in the Penobscot Bay. The J&E Riggin for a week. Or 4 days or something. It was a wonderful trip. And that was one of the pictures. That's the front of the ship we were on. And then this will be a study in browns, I guess, but this is from Petra. A picture I took of the rock formations in Petra. Now, there's no reason for me not to take artistic license with colors and everything, but look at those textures and shapes. I wonder if I'll be able to do textures and shapes like that. But anyway, I printed a couple of pictures off. And there's one amazing picture that Dennis took. I'll put it here. I didn't print it because it would just be so crazy heavy using ink. And I do not know. I've been thinking about how I could possibly do that picture. And I have this stuff, which is resist. It's liquid masking, and so you, anywhere you don't want the paint to go, you put this. It's like a little rubber. So I'm thinking I could do that, but I would need to practice, do masking. I'm getting very cocky here. I haven't tried any masking. Anyway. And I worked on my, I finished my sleeve and I've started my turtleneck on my sweater. And that's what I did yesterday. We walked the dogs. Ooh, I have cream in my coffee. We stopped at the store and got cream. And a few other things. But we were very lucky. We were prepared. We had our plans all figured out, what we were going to do. We cleaned the kitchen up really good before we went to bed because it was coming overnight. And I thought, if we wake up with no power, we don't want dirty dishes in the sink. And because we don't have hot water. You often have hot water in a power outage because we have a solar hot water heater, which we use to preheat the water that goes into our water heater. Except that we've had snow on the ground for the last 2 weeks now. 2 weeks, week and a half. And so the solar panels are covered. So we do not have hot water. We would not have hot water in this outage. To wash dishes, we could always boil water because our water kettle would work, but whatever. Anyway, we were prepared. We had it all figured out because we can't run the generator in the garage, so we were trying to figure out how we can situate the generator so that it's, because the way it is now, we have to pull the car out. We didn't want to leave the car out in the weather. Anyway, boring. We had things all kind of planned out in our minds. And then it rained, and we only had rain. So I didn't have to put the salt out on the deck for Pearl not to slip or anything. So we were very lucky. I am worried about the people. People in Texas are not prepared for 4 degrees. And no power. Millions of people without power. Crazy. How do you stay warm? Yeah, exactly. So today I am going to keep painting. Maybe I'll clean up my board. I'll show you my board. There's my board with all my paints out there. Now, these are watercolors, so all I need to do is add water, and those will perk right up and be paint again. So I'll use those colors up, perhaps. And then clean off my board and put new colors, because I have 36 colors I need to check. I only did 8. And I have to go to the post office today because I have a calendar to mail, and I'm mailing Christy her all the silks from my collection, so that in case she can use them. So I have a little bit of something to do in that regard. And then I'm going to work on my watercolors and my turtleneck. I would love to have that sweater done before my yarn comes. I ordered yarn from Benta. Did I tell you that? I ordered a sweater's quantity of that Strike color, which is based on the painting, the Scream. So it's orange with all kinds of colors in it, and it's beautiful. And, you know, I told you I have no orange in my wardrobe, so it's, I'm pretty sure I got worsted. I either got worsted or DK. I think I got worsted. So I need to find a worsted pattern. And so I want to finish my red sweater so I can start on my Scream. And in fact, I'm going to find a Scream and see if I can paint a Scream like Edward Monk. That would be fun. So, and I also need, and I'm planning on doing a podcast one of these days soon, because I have finished objects. I have my Archer, which I haven't shown yet. I haven't even worn my Archer because it's upstairs being all nice for the podcast. Oh, I'm wearing my Garden Gate, I think it is, by Jennifer Steingass. That the wonderful Megan made me. And I'm so looking forward to warmer weather where I can wear it without a turtleneck underneath, because it is so soft and squishy. It will be so nice to have it next to my skin, but meanwhile it's too chilly for that. So I have a podcast to do. I have a hat that I finished, and a sweater that I finished, and I have a sweater I'm almost finished with, and I have watercolors. And and I need to take a nice picture of the prize, the Ode to Joy prize for March from Andrea, the cat lady, gave us such a beautiful prize. And I want to take a nice picture of that so that I can show it on my blog a lot for the next month. You'll get tired of seeing it, because it's beautiful. And so anyway, so I have a podcast to do in the next couple days. Pearl's walking on the deck, and it seems like she can walk. It is always worrying when we get a lot of rain on top of snow, because the snow absorbs it. And then if it gets cold, it's like a block of ice. But she's walking okay. So far, so good. It's going into the 40s. I don't know if that's today or not, but it's not supposed to get super cold right away. So hopefully this will all work out. Anyway, so I will be painting and knitting and walking my dogs and going to the post office. That's my day planned. What's What are you're working on staying warm if you're gone through this polar vortex or in the middle of this polar vortex. Please, please take good care of yourselves. Hot water bottles. I don't even know. What do you do when you don't have power and you don't have heat and you live in Texas? You don't even have wool, long sleeve wool sweaters. This is when you need your worsted weight sweaters. Layers, lots and lots and lots and lots of layers. Oh, I'm so sorry. And of course the pipes burst because they're not insulated and not protected. And anyway, so I hope you are all doing okay. I haven't talked to Christy today yet to see how she fared overnight. I hope they were okay. I know they had their water running and stuff to make sure, and the cupboard doors open to make sure the pipes didn't freeze. So, thinking about you. Send in my warmest wishes. My warm wishes. And I will get going. I will talk to you tomorrow. Please, please stay safe. Take good care of yourselves. Stay safe and stay sane.